What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live stream. I'm down at the Emirates, baby. Green screen settings. I thought I'd change, it's trial and error. Let's see if it works out. If not, we go back to what was going on before, but let's see. Let me know in the comments what you think of it as well. Lots to talk about today, man. Lots to talk about. Apologies that I didn't stream at 2 p.m. as usual, which is my usual time. I had a lot of things on with the family today and decided to stream in the evening, see if it makes any difference, and, see if it enables, because some of you guys sometimes are saying to me, you don't get to watch the stream being in different parts of the world, and streaming at 2 o'clock in the afternoon can be difficult for everyone to see it. And, we do something a little different. Before we do get into today's stream, a few things I've got to say. Get well soon, Robbie. Robbie Lyle, AFTV, who was, of course, tested positive for COVID. So get well soon, Robbie. I hear he is on the mend, so hopefully he gets better soon. And, apparently he is getting better by the day. So big up, Robbie. Obviously, with Arsenal, lots of news coming out of Arsenal today, and that is that Gabriel, our centre-back, has now tested positive for COVID-19 as well. He's been around somebody who was positive as well, and he has now contracted the virus as well. So get well soon, Gabriel, who has probably been, along with Saka, maybe our player of the season this year. He actually won player of the month three months in a row. So he will miss at least the next 2 games. So, yeah, get well soon, Gabriel, as well. And, of course, Willian and David Luiz apparently are set to return to training. Neither one of them has come back with a positive test. So those two will probably be back soon. Of course, COVID is really hitting up football at the moment. The Everton-Manchester City game was postponed tonight because Manchester City came back with 4 more positive COVID tests from their squad. That game was cancelled, so get well soon to them. And, of course, Doncaster Rovers will miss their next 3 games as well because a number of players have reported positive. Crazy times in the world, man. Hope you're all safe, COVID-free. Big up everyone in the comments. Hope you're well. Big up Curtis. Nice background. Yeah, we just trial and error, as I say, man. Big up Curtis. Hit the likes. Thomas Partey back in training. Great news. Great news. Long overdue. And but apparently he will not be available for the Brighton game. John Wayne says, "Good evening, Curtis. Keep it up. Respect, bro. We're stuck with Holding now. It's crazy. What's happening with the Arsenal squad at the moment? Obviously, we've got the game tomorrow against Brighton, and for me, this is a huge game. Huge game. We all had that, massive lift the other day of beating Chelsea, and put a smile on Arsenal fans' face again. Something to brag about. Something to talk about. We went up to 14th for less than 24 hours because the next day Leeds went and won and we fell back to 15th. So we didn't move anywhere in the league. But I suppose, this to me is a must-win game. If Mikel Arteta has got any chance of doing anything this season, then, he has to win the next few games. When you look at, we play Brighton away, we then play West Brom away, we then play Newcastle and Crystal Palace at home. That, to me, has got to be 4 wins, I've got to be honest. So let's see what happens. He's got to get the team right. I wouldn't change much of the team tomorrow. I know it's a short period of time, a quick turnaround, but I would pick exactly the same team. David Luiz and Willian are not back. I don't think most fans would want Willian back in the team anyway. Thomas Partey is not available yet either. So I think I would pick exactly the same team. What's the point in changing it? Just a quick shout out on this one as well. Loz Incredible says, Curtis, get well soon to DT as well. I hear he has COVID too. I haven't heard about that, but if that's true, then get well soon, DT, as well. Why aren't you indoors, Curtis? Hey, the power of the internet, Listen, big up my boy Theo Smith. He says, big up the channel. Hopeful of us beating Brighton after that Chelsea performance, or will we return to our awful season? I mean, the thing is, bro, just watch Danny Welbeck turn into like prime Didier Drogba tomorrow. You know, you can just see it, man. It always happens with Arsenal players, man. Like, we get rid of them and then they come back and haunt us. You see Walcott dink the keeper the other day. You see Iwobi get an assist. You know, Emi Martinez came back, kept a clean sheet. They beat us 3-0. I think Welbeck will cause us problems tomorrow. You know, I don't want to jinx it. I just think Rob Holding, people like that, I think they will struggle with Welbeck's pace and he's awkward to play against. But listen, we need to do the business against Brighton. They're not a great team. They're below us in the table. And if we're going to do anything this season, we got to be beating teams like Brighton, man. Of course, Thomas Tuchel was sacked by PSG the other day. And he's now being linked with the Chelsea job. Chelsea, of course, drew earlier today with Aston Villa, 1-1 at home. And Frank Lampard's job's on the line, according to reports. Now, it's just interesting when you look at it. You know, Frank Lampard, I know what you're going to say. You know, Frank Lampard spent a lot of money, and I get it. Of course, his pressure is a lot different. But what I'm saying, Chelsea are not a million miles away, you know, from the top of the league. They're only a couple of wins away from the top. People are talking about his job being on the line. You know, we're 15th. And Mikel Arteta seems to be getting a free ride. That's the thing what kind of winds me up, you know. The ambition of the clubs is completely different. Lampard is under pressure. You know, you look at Kai Havertz, 75 million, not playing well. You look at Timo Werner, no goals in 11 games for Timo Werner. £45 million striker, one of the most highly rated up-and-coming strikers in Europe. He's just not doing it. And Giroud scored again today for Chelsea. So Omar Miller says, big up Curtis, I'm still Arteta out. I bet you he benches Smith Rowe tomorrow. For me, listen, I know it's a quick turnaround and I know that the games are coming thick and fast, but I would not change the team. I wouldn't change one player for tomorrow. Seriously, I'd pick the same 11. Smith Rowe hasn't played a lot of football. I don't think he'll be that tired. Who else? Saka has played, but he's young. Martinelli's been out for months. I think Martinelli's the one player that he may look at and think, you know, he's been out for 6 months. It's a quick turnaround of games. You've also got Aubameyang over your shoulder. He may possibly put Aubameyang on the left. That's the one that I think he could possibly do. But I still wouldn't do that. You know, I would leave Aubameyang on the bench. It's a great option to bring on. And I think Lacazette earned his position the other day after, you know, that performance. I thought it was fantastic. And it just shows that Lacazette is a better player with runners around him. When you're asking him to do the running, you're going to have a problem. And I think that's what Arsenal have been doing over the years. They've been asking Lacazette to do the running. And he's not that guy, man. He's not that quick. I know he had, you know, some great years at Lyon, but most of his goals were in and around the penalty area. Musa 10, big up. He said, if we win tomorrow, we go 6 points off Chelsea. And that's not impossible, is it? You know, we need to be winning the next 3 or 4 games for me. As I said, Brighton, West Brom, Newcastle, Crystal Palace. That's got to be 4 wins for me, honestly. If we were to win them next 4 games, it would put us in a half-decent position to start building. But can these players produce? Arteta free, past he's a pensioner like Wenger. We trust the process. Fraud insurance. I take it you're not too happy with Arteta, no? Ravi K said, on a lighter note, Guendouzi sent to Herford, who wear the same colours as Brighton. Oh, Mope, you know, I think we owe him one after what he, all that madness he gave us last season, you know. Enam said, Curtis, I think Arteta is selecting players off loyalty and not quality. That's why we keep seeing Bellerin and Xhaka. They are loyal to the manager because he got them to stay at the club. That is, that's a good point. That is a good point, and he needs to move away from that. You know. Oz says, big up Curtis. I'm slowly seeing the development of your channel with the new investments. Keep it up, bro. Thank you very much, Oz. Onwards and upwards, man. Slowly, just, you know, as I said, trial and error, and we see what works and we run with that. 020 says, big up Curtis. I love how far the channel's come. Keep doing your thing. If Arteta starts to pick up results and makes it into the top 4, would you then support him? Let me get something clear, bro. Thank you for your comment, by the way. I support Mikel Arteta. And I know that might sound crazy when I'm here saying, I actually made shows saying Arteta out and things like that. I go off how the situation is. I'm not one of these people that gets caught up in, do I like the player, the manager on a personal level? I don't particularly care, to be honest. If Arteta's the manager, then fine, but do the business. This is Arsenal Football Club. I haven't come here to see Arsenal, a giant of a football club, in 15th, and we're accepting it. When you say if he gets top four, would I support him? I support Mikel Arteta every single time Arsenal go out on the pitch. I may, after the game, say some reckless stuff. Yeah, man, Arteta out show, and talk about managers that I want. But every time there's a game, I'm in full support of him. When things go wrong, then maybe you're going to hear me disgruntled. And I didn't just say it after one or two defeats. We lost to Burnley at home. Burnley at home. Southampton, we got battered by Villa. We went to Everton and barely put up a fight, A lot of managers in this same position at the top 6 clubs would have been sacked. He's still here. As I said the other day, I don't see him getting sacked anytime soon. We're a few days away from January. I think that Chelsea game will get him to January now. And the club have to back him, and Arteta has to start producing. There's no point beating Chelsea and then going and dropping points against Brighton. So I think there's more pressure on Mikel Arteta tomorrow than there was in that Chelsea game. Because realistically, we all expected Arsenal to drop points against Chelsea. Some people were predicting 3 or 4-0 defeats. So let's see how he deals with it tomorrow. It's a building block. We're still 15th. I'm not going to start partying because we beat Chelsea. Win 4 games in a row, get us close to that top 4 and competing. Couple new signings in January, then we'll talk, Mikel. Then we'll talk. But anything in life, anything in football, you can turn it around. It's not impossible. Fraser says 20,000 subscribers. Congratulations, Curtis. Well deserved. Thanks a lot, Fraser. Big up all of you for the fantastic support. As I say, it's much appreciated, guys. Big up my brother, Broads TV. Everyone, listen, go and subscribe to his channel, right? He is working his socks off at the moment. Seriously, he did a 3-hour stream last night. I've done some long streams. I don't think I've ever done a 3-hour one. He's up and coming. He knows what he's talking about. He plays for AFTV FC. He's involved with AFTV as well. He's going to be the next channel that grows and grows and grows, So everyone, I'll be doing a collab with him, hopefully in the next week or so. Go and subscribe. He's just gone past 600 subscribers, and now he's putting the work in. He's seeing the results. Big up my brother, Broads TV. And look out for the highlights program of the Replay Me League that is coming out Wednesday at 7 p.m. Replay Me League on YouTube. AFTV FC against Rants and Expressions team. And, me and Broads, I don't want to say too much, but listen, we put them to the sword that day. Let me just say that. Spec 888 said, Curtis, big up for streaming outside the Emirates. Well, I had to make it happen, man. Omar says, big up Broads, a real 100%. Jimmy Mack, would you take Diego Costa? Someone asked me about this the other day, man. Diego Costa, for me, I'll be honest with you, in the last 5 or 6 years, he's probably one of my favourite strikers because he's just a throwback of what we used to see 10, 15 years ago. Big, strong, bullies people, aggressive, leads the line by himself. He's not the same player anymore. He's not the Diego Costa that was at Chelsea. He's being linked with a move to China on ridiculous wages. So I think he will be going over there probably. Majestic T, if we lose to Brighton and West Brom, would you want Arteta to pick up the cones and head back to Manchester? 100%. 100%. He's all he's done with that victory against Chelsea is give himself an opportunity to build off it. He hasn't fixed the problems, There's a long, long way to go, man. Big up Omar, he said, I'm saying 2-1 win. What about you, Big City? Yeah, I think we're going to beat Brighton. Seriously, I think if those players can't build off beating Chelsea and the belief that would have given the dressing room, you see Martinelli, Smith Rowe, the way they set the tempo, Saka, Lacazette, brilliant performance. Aubameyang's on the bench. You got to start feeling positive, man. Brighton are no world beaters. They're below us in the league. I know we haven't got a great record at Brighton, but come on. Are we going to start acting like a big club or what? We should go to Brighton and roll them over. I'm sorry. Diego Costa is finished, in my opinion. Not for me. Yeah, I think it's 3 years too late for that one. Broad said, respect for the shout, my bro. Everyone jump on. We'll be going live again after this stream. Get your popcorn ready. Yeah, tune in, man. We'll be there. We'll be there. Keep doing your thing, bro. Listen, the Everton Man City game is called off. So listen, get in with the streams, man. Watch the streams. Curtis, don't you think it's mad that if we win, we go 6 points behind Chelsea despite our bad form? Bro, listen, how many times do Arsenal get in a position where you say, yo, if we win this, we're going to be there, 3 points off this, 2 points off that, and we go and mess it up. So I just can't be dealing with us messing up tomorrow. Win the game, get the job done, and we move on to the West Brom game. And if we beat Brighton tomorrow, I will start to get optimistic because I think, right, back-to-back wins, a lot of our best players coming back. You know, West Brom on New Year's Day, the day after New Year's Day, I believe. You know, Newcastle after that. I'll start thinking we're getting somewhere. If we drop points tomorrow, we've gone nowhere. Moves to 10 said, I'll say a 2-0 win. I mean, I'll be delighted with that. Absolutely delighted with that. Truth 884 said, what's up, Curtis from Chicago, Chi-Town in the building. Where are you guys tuning in from? Where are you based around the world? Listen, let's talk about Brighton quickly. I got a couple of transfer stories to talk about as well. So the first one is obviously this story that broke last night, which is about Tariq Lamptey, the right back, who plays for Brighton, actually. So we'll get a good look at him tomorrow. Hopefully he doesn't have the best of games tomorrow. You know, I could do with him getting ripped to pieces tomorrow and then maybe afterwards start to pick up the form. Tariq Lamptey is 20 years of age. England under 21 international, who's been a bit of a revelation this year at right back and right wing back. And he's being linked with Arsenal. Now, basically, how this story is coming about is the favourite to become president of Barcelona in January has said that he wants to bring Hector Bellerin back to Barcelona in January. He wants to sign players that were raised, you know, within their system, which he was, obviously, Hector Bellerin. They also tried to sign him a few years ago, of course, and Arsenal at the time were asking for about 45 million. They're now saying Barcelona believe they could get Bellerin for about 25 million. And Arsenal are tempted to sell him in the summer. Now, it seems a little bit far-fetched because he keeps getting picked no matter what. You know, he gets suspended, comes straight back in. Some of you guys saying Lamptey is out tomorrow, so that's great. He's probably through that injury in anyway. He knows we're playing Arsenal. He says, I don't want to play. I'm signing for them. So listen, it seems a little bit impossible for Bellerin to be sold considering he's getting played every week, but maybe they're playing him with the hope of putting his value up. Me personally, I like Lamptey. I don't know how good he is defensively, if I'm honest. A lot of the best highlights and stuff that I've seen of Lamptey has been on the attack. How good is he defensively? I don't want Bellerin going and we bring in a right back who's not that much better defensively. They're talking about 25 million for Hector Bellerin. Now, to me, I look at that and I think, well, hang on a minute. Max Aarons, right? Norwich rejected 20 million for Max Aarons in the summer. This is a guy that had one good season in the Prem. Bear in mind they got relegated and he's in the Championship. He's never played for England. They rejected 20 mil for Max Aarons. We should not be getting 25 million for Hector Bellerin in his mid-20s, Spanish international, and to a team like Barcelona. I'm sorry, I don't rate Hector Bellerin, right? I don't rate him. But I would not sell him for 25 million. Barca better come better than that. They got to drop a player in there or something. He's got to be worth 35 million at least in this market. You know, to Barcelona as well. I mean, listen, I don't think that's a great deal. Jason said, bro, 25 million for Bellerin is good money. Let's be real. Don't get greedy. I think he's worth more than that, bro. I got to be real. I know this is the COVID market and all that, and it is difficult to get bigger prices, but I think, I think he's worth more than that. At least 35 I would want anyway for him, or maybe chuck a player in. In terms of Lamptey, how good do you think Lamptey is? Would you take him? I mean, listen, I would take him probably over Hector Bellerin, but do you think he's better than Max Aarons, who I believe that we could probably get from Norwich? I tend to think that Aarons is slightly... I feel like I would take Aarons ahead of Lamptey. Lamptey is very small. I see him more as a wing-back, and I'm not sure how good he is defensively. Luckily, we won't get to see tomorrow. And you've said it there, Mike. Bellerin is marketable. And don't get me wrong. These things are very important at big football clubs. A big part of the reason I think Man United always hang on to Paul Pogba. This guy sells shirts, bruv. Why do you think Mesut Ozil stayed at Arsenal for so long? The value commercially to the football club is absolutely huge. Moose said 1,000% I'd take him. You would take Lamptey over Aarons. Do you know what, bro? I've been waiting for you to comment on here for ages as well, South London's finest. I know you was messaging me. I'll get back to you after this. I know you wanted to help and do the mod work and stuff, so I will get back to you. Big up, bro. 35 million for Hector Bellerin, in my opinion. As you said here, Semedo went to Wolves for 37 million, and I haven't been that impressed with him since he's been in the Premier. He looked good at Barca. He doesn't look great. So would you guys take Lamptey for Bellerin, and would you take Lamptey ahead of Max Aarons? Or is there any other right back out there? Someone there said Dumfries, the Dutch right back. I believe he plays for PSV, I believe. He's a beast on FIFA as well, by the way. Broad says, good idea, bro. Bellerin for a player plus cash would be a good deal, but I can't trust the backroom staff to do that. Arsenal probably sell him for like 20 million or something. We're one of the worst selling clubs. Beast Titan said, Curtis trying to sell Bellerin for 35 million. Man's Chinese shop merchandise. Jeez. Man, don't rate Hector, but you do have to look at, man. He's 20, what is he, 25? Spanish international, been at Arsenal for a long time, very marketable player. I think Bellerin, and he said, I think Bellerin would do better in Spain. A lot less physical. I think that injuries really hurt him in the Prem. And the Prem, you got to look in the Prem, right? Let's look at it like this. I think that the Prem let Bellerin hit the catwalk on his way out. I think the Prem has got to be the hardest league in the world to play right back. Look at the left wingers that you play against in the Premier League, on a regular basis. You play against Man United, you're playing Rashford. You play against Man City, Sterling. Tottenham, Heung-min Son. If you play against Chelsea, you might be Pulisic or someone like that. The left, Liverpool, Mane. Even if you play against a Palace, Zaha can rip you to shreds. You got, Neto, is it? Wolves, I'm telling you, right back has got to be one of the worst positions you can play in the Prem. The left wingers in the Prem are ridiculous. You are not going to see that many left wingers in the Spanish league at that level. I'm telling you, you're not. You might get, your Barca, Real, but you ain't getting that anywhere else. This is the hardest league in the world to be a right back. So I think Hector Bellerin has suffered at the injury. I don't think he's improved enough over the time as well that he's been at Arsenal. Ainsley Maitland-Niles linked to Atletico. You could see that happening. Trippier's been banned for 10 weeks for betting on games. I think Ainsley would do well over there. He's good on the ball, technically good, being a natural midfielder. He's got a lot of pace. And, Atletico are so solid defensively. I think he would do well there. Dumfries is good. Well, what I've seen of him, he looks good. I haven't seen enough of him. Do you know what I mean? He's more one of them. I've seen him on FIFA. I've seen him on YouTube. I've seen a few games of him at PSV where I've had bets on before. I don't really watch Dutch football that much to really say much about how good he is. What about Serginho Dest, the new Barcelona right back? What I've been reading about this report is that Barcelona are saying they're still not happy with their right back situation. Obviously, they sold Semedo. I don't think this Dest has been completely convincing at Barca. And also, obviously, they've got Sergi Roberto, who is naturally a centre midfielder. So listen, I think Hector Bellerin to Barcelona. Number one, I think Bellerin would want to go. Number two, I do think he would do better at Barcelona than he would do at Arsenal. As I said, a lot less physical, a team that dominates the ball. The left wingers are nowhere near the Premier League standard. As I said, hardest league in the world to play right back by far, the Premier League. The left wingers are ridiculous in this league. So that's that one. I think the general feeling is that most of you would get rid of Hector Bellerin and most of you would take Tariq Lamptey. But then, as you said, and you know what, I'm going to click on this next comment. George says, what you're saying, Curtis, you play foot a little bit. You know, FIFA is one of them games that, you know, sometimes you play on a game to relax. FIFA does anything but relax you, man. Ultimate Team is so jarring. You know, weekend league, it's just, it's a stressful game, man, FIFA. It's not what it used to be. It's a play-to-win game now, and everyone's paying for packs, getting the best teams. It's long. Cool background, bro. Thanks, man. Let me know what you think, people. You know, first time using the green screen. As I said before, trial and error. Where's that comment that I just wanted to look at? Somebody was saying, there you go. There it is. Hassan said, why get Lamptey? We have Ainsley Maitland-Niles and Cedric. Well, Cedric, I don't really agree with because I'm not sure he's going to be anything more than a squad player. But to me, I still think Ainsley's got a chance there, but they just don't seem to want to give him a chance in the team. You know, he plays right wing back against Everton, puts in a great performance, in my opinion. You know, he lost the ball a couple of times, but I remember Everton playing Arsenal at the Emirates last season, and Richarlison ripped Hector Bellerin to shreds. I think we won the game 2-1 or 3-2, and Ainsley kept Richarlison quiet when he played against him. You know, he won the penalty. He put a great cross in that we should have scored from. And he gets dropped, you know, straight away for Bellerin. So at that point, if I'm Ainsley Maitland-Niles' agent, I'm saying, bro, we need to look for a move. It's not going to happen here. James says, looks good. NS said, haha, I think I preferred the natural background. Listen, man, I'm willing to listen to all comments. Seba said, beautiful background, Curtis, well done. Cedric needs more discipline. I actually like the background, Curtis. It looks clean compared to the other ones you see. There you go, man. And we'll change it as well. We'll change it, you know, for certain games, certain scenarios. So listen, we'll just see. Do you know what, bro? Carvajal, I don't know why. Ask anyone who I talk to about football on a regular. I think he's one of the most overrated right backs in the world. I just don't rate Carvajal. I don't know why. Maybe I'm being harsh. He's one of them players to me that it's like you get away with it because you're at Real Madrid. I wouldn't want Carvajal at Arsenal. Some of you guys derate him. I've never ever rated Carvajal at all. I missed the clock with no hands. Keep the background. Let's talk about the next player. Alvin, I see your comment there, bro. This was my next topic. Was Julian Brandt is being linked with Arsenal. Now, story broke today, and I think this story has actually got legs to it because David Ornstein has reported it as well, saying that Arsenal are interested in Julian Brandt in the summer and could possibly now make a move for him as early as January. Now, it is believed Arsenal could be backing out of a move for Aouar. The rumour is that Aouar doesn't want to leave until the summer, and he could be waiting for other clubs. And I think we've missed the boat on Aouar. And I said this in the summer. This is going to be one of them players that will never have the chance of signing again. This was the summer to sign him because Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, PSG, look at the transfer business them guys did in the summer. They barely spent a penny. They were tied up for cash they couldn't spend. We had the opportunity to get the deal done, and we didn't get it done, and we messed it up. And, you know, I think now we're in a situation where we can't get Aouar. So we're looking at Julian Brandt. Now, Julian Brandt is a player that a couple of years ago, there was so much hype around him when he was at Leverkusen. He was on fire. He got the move to Borussia Dortmund, and it just hasn't worked out for him. Now, there are rumours of him leaving. And and it's believed he could cost as little as £25 million in January. Now, Julian Brandt, German international, he's naturally a left winger, but can kind of play in that number 10 role as well. He hasn't had a good time at Dortmund. I've watched Julian Brandt a few times. He's got great technical ability, but I'm not sure about him. Sometimes when you're in a position like Arsenal are in at the moment, you have to take a chance on somebody and think, do you know what? He's talented, but maybe we can get the best out of him. I have to admit, Brandt is not somebody I am totally convinced about, but if it was 25 million, considering the market and maybe the potential lack of availability, I wouldn't be totally against it. He's 24. As I say, yeah, he's 24 years of age, German international, 25 million. I do think he's talented. Some of you saying get Buendia. Would you prefer Buendia ahead of Julian Brandt? I see Brandt as more of a wide player who kind of cuts in. You know, Buendia is actually similar as well. Kind of plays off that left-hand side and cuts in. Maxim said, no, Brandt is playing excellent at number 10. Not that flair, but crazy effective. And maybe that's what we need, you know, just somebody who is effective. Listen, we're not that team at the top anymore. So if we need creative midfielders, we can't just go to the top table. I said to someone yesterday, they said, we're not going to sign big names. And I said, listen, it's not about signing big names anymore. It's about signing the right names, the right player, and getting players in that can help this team. You look at Liverpool's success, you know, Sadio Mane was not a huge signing. He was at Southampton. Salah, when he was signed, people were going, oh, you know, he flopped in the Prem and blah, blah, blah. You know, you look at these players. Firmino came from Germany. He was an attacking midfield player. It's about the right signing. I think Brandt would be a decent option. I'm not sure. I'm not completely convinced about that signing, but I think for 25 million, I would consider it. 6 million 007 said Sabitzer. I know you rate him, Curtis. Linked to Spurs. I do rate him. I think Sabitzer is a good player. I'm surprised more teams have not been linked with him. Gid A said Brandt is similar to KDB. I mean, geez, even if he's half as good as KDB, I'd take it. I do like Brandt. I got to be honest. New green screen. Yeah, trying the thing, man. Let's see if it works. Listen, if only we could have got Bruno. JK said, easy, Big C. Loving the backdrop, bro. You should graffiti. Get Stan out on it just to help the cause. Listen, don't worry, man. That's the good thing with these green screens. You can do what you want. If it's time to get Stan out, we'll start putting them things up. South London's Finest B said, if we had a good scouting team, we could sign the players before they go back. That's the thing, man. Look, I'm looking at it now, bro. It's the 28th of December. It's the 1st of January on Friday. Is it Friday or Saturday, actually? These days, man. 1st of January on Friday. I'm telling you now, Arsenal. I'm speaking to Arsenal. Any Arsenal people who work at Arsenal, you're not a fan of the green screen, fair enough. Anyone who works for Arsenal who watches this, get your business done early. I don't want to wait till the 27th, 28th of January, 30th of January, and we're panic buying someone on the last day of the window. Go and get your business done early. I want announcements in the first week. I'm telling you, I'm being greedy, man. I want announcements. Man said, I'm watching Brandt highlights now. Baller. Listen, he's good, man. Especially if you watch him from Leverkusen. He was balling them times there. Absolutely balling. Went to Dortmund and struggled. But to me, 24 years of age, I think this kind of signing makes more sense to me than getting, you know, if we were to get like an Eriksen, 28 years of age, gone to Italy and flopped, didn't do well in his last year at Tottenham. People said he downed tools. To me, that's another player who lacks hunger. I think that, you know, Julian Brandt would be looking at it going, yo, I was balling out at Leverkusen, got in the German squad, got the move to Dortmund, didn't work, but I'm still hungry. I'll go to England and prove myself there or something else. Do you know what I'm saying? Do something a little bit different. So, yeah, for me, I think Brandt would be a good option, man. I do. Amar Nail said, if we beat Brighton, we would be 6 points from 5th, 7 from top 4, 9 points from 2nd. It's not all doom and gloom. we still have a chance for fourth, 23 games left. In that sense, it makes sense, right? It all makes sense when you say it like that. It's very simple. But that means winning games consistently. And this is the problem with Arsenal, I'm afraid. If he said, Don Big C, in January, we need Brandt, Grealish, Zaha, Ward-Prowse, and Tariq Lamptey. Let go of Bellerin, Ozil, Mustafi, Kolasinac, Socrates, sort out Saliba and Balogun. If only it was that easy, bro, you know. Brandt's what they're saying, 25 million. Grealish would cost 70, 80 million. Zaha, 40, 50. Ward-Prowse, 20, 30. Lamptey, 20, 30. We ain't got that kind of money. You know, is anyone going to buy Ozil, Kolasinac, Socrates, and Mustafi in January? It's difficult. Can't trust the team at all, though. That's the problem. People seem very positive about the Brandt deal. You know, a lot of people in the comments saying they would take Brandt. So yeah, 25 million. It could be worth doing. I hear Robbie tested COVID positive. As a health practitioner, looking at him on Saturday, look sick, get well soon, young man. Do you know what? I did an interview with Robbie on Saturday, and off air, I said to him, you know, you don't look 100%, man. And he said, nah, you know, he really wasn't feeling well. From what I hear today, he did say he feels a lot better. So, you know, hopefully he's on the mend. So big up Robbie, man. Ian said, big up C, always good content. Thank you very much for the super chats, all of you supporting. Coach Jordash said, January will see us probably get Phil Coutinho only. Do you know what? A lot of people are against Coutinho. I'd take him. I don't know why. I've got a bit of a, you know, I've always rated Coutinho. He always seemed to rip us down at Liverpool as well. He's probably not the same player anymore. That's the issue, you know. He's 28. He's at Barca. He's on big wages. It doesn't really make sense. We need Brandt and Bailey, man. That Leverkusen link-up. Bailey, I think, will possibly move this summer. I think teams will probably come in for him. You know, he's done well over there. You know, obviously Jamaican international, so I'm always supporting him as well. Coleman ain't selling the vegan. Oh my days, he loves him. Coutinho all day. He hasn't been playing on a consistent basis for Barca either. So, you know, he's just a player I've always liked. Coutinho will be 29. The thing is, we say 29 like you're finished nowadays, don't we? You know. Coutinho, I'd take him on loan, but the problem is they're going to want guarantees that you buy him. This is where the problem is, and I don't think it would make sense to buy Coutinho on 250 grand a week. Smash the like button, people. Hit that like button. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Of course, we've gone past 20k now. Onwards and upwards, man. Let's hit that 30, 40, 50. Who knows where it can take us. SDQ said, let's go for Isco. I mean, listen. I think Isco's a baller, man. I know he's had a quiet year or so, but I still rate him highly. Jamal Sim said, Leon Bailey is a baller. I'll take him in a heartbeat. It will be expensive, though. You know, Leverkusen are no mugs in the market. Look, they got 75 million for Kai Havertz. Coutinho is another of Kia's clients. Just because of that, I am scared of him, although his prime was Iniesta level. Is he anywhere near that prime now? I just think the wage and the expense of that deal would make it too expensive. Broad said, I want Brandt, but will he play or will Eddie play in the 10? You know, listen, can you imagine if Eddie plays tomorrow after that performance? You know, just desperate to get him back in the team. You could see it. Arteta better not go messing with that team tomorrow, I'm telling you. Coutinho would be a similar signing to Eriksen or Isco. They're washed and just looking for a big contract. Are all three of those players washed, in your opinion? I would still take Isco and I would still take Coutinho. More Isco for me because his wage will be nowhere near what Coutinho's is. But listen, I think we're probably better off getting players on the come up rather than players winding down their career kind of thing. Eddie is going to play right wing. Oh, mate. As I said, I thought Eddie was fantastic yesterday. Not yesterday, the other day. Just stay on the bench, man, and don't come on and mess things up. Bring Ramsey back, Curtis. Can you make the call, bro? Ramsey's on too much wages, man. What's he on? 250k a week. You know, Ramsey will never come back to Arsenal, unfortunately. All of them are washed, you're saying, yeah? Let's go for Dele Alli. Would you take Dele Alli at Arsenal? I mean, I'm sure Tottenham wouldn't let that happen. Next stop, 30k. Let's go. Yeah, bro. Just keep grinding, you know. That's all it is. Let's keep doing our thing, see where it takes us. Curtis, I would take Brandt, Bissouma, Isco, and Bellingham. Bellingham's a very good young player. It's a shame when you see these players have to go abroad for their development. Why could he have not developed in England? We seem to have this thing over here that, we don't take chances as much now on young English players. They're starting to go abroad, but I think it's good for English players to go abroad. Man said, "Lau Eddie, man, bro. Eddie needs to go on, man. Loan him out in January. Let him go and play somewhere else." Ramsey's on 400k a week. I mean, 400k, bro. What a deal he got himself there. He's unbelievable deal. I like Odegaard, very good player. I know, didn't Real Madrid call him back early from the 2-year loan? I've always liked Odegaard, very good. Lamptey in. Dele Alli, no chance he's finished. I think Dele Alli will probably... It wouldn't surprise me if Dele Alli ends up at PSG. Poch. I think PSG actually tried to sign him on loan in the summer before Poch even went there. So with Poch there, I know Poch was a big fan of Dele Alli. I could see him going there. I think Dele Alli would bag goals in the French league, man. I don't think Dele Alli is a poor player. I just think his role sort of changed. When he was doing his thing earlier on in his career, he was kind of playing like Frank Lampard. He was that attacking midfielder, arrived late, he'd run beyond Kane and score goals. A year or so later, he was like centre midfielder, and I thought, this guy he's not that kind of player. Sandy said conventional 10s aren't necessary in today's game. Calvin Phillips would be a better signing than these fancy 10s people are saying. I rate Calvin Phillips highly, man. I think someone will try and sign him very soon. ESR is better than Dele Alli. Listen, I just want Smith Rowe to be given a run of games now. As fans, we have to be patient. He's not going to be amazing every single game, but free him up, man. Let him play. Asghar Mohammed said, from your intro, bro, I would bring you into the squad. Hey, big up, man. I might have to edit that intro. After Wednesday, you're going to see a couple more new goals, so I might have to edit the intro slightly and change the goals. Eddie didn't start for Leeds. I think Bielsa sussed him. I think you're right. Curtis, thoughts on Pepe? I think I'm starting to lose all belief in Pepe. I got to be honest. I've defended him. I'm still trying to defend him, but for 72 million, man, he's got to stop producing more than what he's doing at the moment. Pepe's looking like a big flop. I think in reality, I always say a player never dictates the price. He's probably a 35 million pound winger. If we'd paid 30 mil, we'd have more patience. The fact we paid 72 million for him, something's got to change quickly with Pepe, man. Otherwise, in the summer, I think they will be open to offers for him. I always said I would have loved Zaha ahead of Pepe, and Zaha scored again today. We should have definitely got that deal done, but obviously the way the structure of the deal was, it was very hard to get Zaha. I heard that they wanted 50 million up front, Palace, and 20 million over 4 years, where, Lille took 15 million up front. That's the only reason we bought him over Zaha. I would sell Pepe in the summer. Bro, how much do you think we'd get for Pepe? Real talk. If we sold Pepe this summer, how much we getting for him? Bear in mind, he's on 120 grand a week. So that rules out maybe Lille taking him back, maybe a team in France below PSG taking him. Who would actually want Pepe? I don't think any Premier League club would buy him. So you're very limited on who he could go to, Pepe, and on them wages. How much would you get for him? 30 mil? It's a bad one, man. It's a very bad one. I don't think it's too late to get Zaha. I honestly don't. He's 28. I still think Zaha, you could get 3 years of him as a top player. Would Palace take Pepe in a swap deal? Pepe could stay in London, get the same wages, play in the Prem, less pressure. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe the Zaha train's gone now, man. I think 2 years ago was the time to get him. I think Zaha's probably stuck at Palace now for the majority of his career. It's a shame. As you said here, man, look, you got free Pepe on your thing. I want Pepe to do well. The thing with Pepe, I don't think Pepe's got the mentality. I think it's in his mind is his biggest problem with Pepe. I think I don't think he's got that killer instinct to be like the top player. You know, when you watch Salah play and Mane and Sterling and Son, they're trying to rip you to shreds at fullback. I feel like Pepe just lets you off the hook. You know, he doesn't hurt the fullback enough. That's the biggest problem. December Kid said, like the background, brother. Smash those likes, people. Thank you, bro. JK said, loving Zaha. He was and is exactly what we need. He can dribble. He draws players to him. You saw it with Martinelli the other day. When you run with the ball and you attract players to you, you create space for other players. It's no coincidence. Lacazette has his best game of the season with two runners either side of him and a runner in front of him. Look how many times Smith Rowe ran beyond Lacazette. Martinelli ran beyond. Saka ran beyond, you know? I agree. Pepe is timid. He is timid, mate. I just think his attitude... Is Pepe really in his mind saying, I'm going to be one of the best wingers in the Premier League? I don't think he's saying that in his head. I think he's saying, you know what? I had a good year in France. I got the move to the Prem. I'm balling. I'm on 120 a week. I'm in London. I got beer drip. I'm living that fly life now. I'm chilling. I'm absolutely chilling. That's what I think he's saying right now. Big up Runjan. He said, great show, Curtis. You keep the chat flowing in a sensible manner. Watching your channel grow. Thank you very much, bro. I always see you supporting as well, so I really appreciate that. Just bring Roy Hodgson for Zaha. Listen, I've wanted Zaha at Arsenal for 2 or 3 years. First of all, every time he plays against us, he rips us apart. For me, one-on-one with a fullback, he's one of the best wingers in the Prem in terms of taking a winger on. His end product isn't as good as your Sons, Manes and Sterlings. We know that. But he rips fullbacks to shreds, does Zaha. But we've got this thing in our head now, 28, 29, people don't want to sign you. You know, that's the thing now. People look at that as old. So, I don't know. I want the same team tomorrow, 100%. Why change it? I just want to touch on one more subject as well. Digging the new setup, says Ryan. Thank you very much. Luxury player with no graft, Pepe. Pedro Neto, who is getting high praise at the moment at Wolves. Him and Podence, actually, very good wingers, man. They've got that Portuguese market on lock. Pedro Neto did an interview where he's come out and said he was an Arsenal fan. That was the team he supported in England. He spoke about old players and, you know, Henry and all this. Said he loved the style of football and they were the team that he was always attracted to. So naturally, as Arsenal fans do, we all want to sign Pedro Neto. Now, don't get me wrong. I would take Pedro Neto. He is a baller, low center of gravity. He can dribble. He can cross. He can shoot. He's young. He is quality. If you offered me him now for Nicolas Pepe, I think I'm taking that as a deal. Whether that's, you know, selling Pepe and then buying him, I don't know. I like Podence and Neto. I think they both look like absolute ballers. You know, this guy's name is Free Pepe, and a man saying Neto is a baller, bruv. Would you swap Pepe for Neto, yeah? I think most people would. That's the thing. We need to start tapping into that Portuguese market. Listen, Wolves have got it on smash, bruv. George Mendes. You know, anything good in Portugal now, they come into Wolves. You know? Ian Freighter said, yes, boss, the background you have works well. Good choice. AFC for life. Big up, bro. Thank you for your feedback. Zaha or Ericsson, that's an absolute no-brainer. Not even close for me, mate. Zaha, every single day of the week, I would take him ahead of Ericsson. Nelson needs to leave Arsenal. I reckon he definitely needs to go on loan. Let's get to 500 likes. Yes, people. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Nearly 1,000 of you in here now. And smash that like button on the way in or on the way out. Pepe is ish, big ego, no graft, so you're not a big fan of him at all. I would drive Pepe to Molineux and get Neto. Oh, dear. It's funny how people turn on players quick, innit? But I think people are very frustrated with Pepe. Jamal said, imagine this front line. Neto, Smith Rowe, Saka, Martinelli. So what? No Aubameyang. Who you playing central? Martinelli, yeah? Listen, don't give up on Aubameyang yet, people. That's what I would say. Don't give up on Aubameyang yet. Remember what this guy's produced for the last 2 years, man. You know, form is temporary, class is permanent. I don't think Aubameyang is finished. Brad at 01 said, you're right, Curtis. Pepe hasn't got the desire or drive to be a champion. He enjoys the panel and would be happy on a futsal pitch, maybe happier. He's a skillful player. He's a roadman baller, man. You see them players all the time. He's a street baller. In the French league, playing on the counter-attack, suits him down to the ground. At the moment, I'm looking at Pepe, I'm going, I don't know how we're going to get the best out of you. Musa, that's harsh, bro. You know, I like your comments and everything, you know, but Aubameyang is finished. Go easy on him, man. Aubameyang, you know, this guy's carried our team for the last 2.5 years. He's had a quiet 10 games. A man are just writing him off. Go easy on him, man. Give him time. Man said FIFA street settings, Pepe, for real, man. Julian Brandt or Smith Rowe. Listen, I always want to protect what we have inside the club. I would like to add Julian Brandt to a Smith Rowe because I don't believe Smith Rowe is going to be that number 10 role every single game. You know, we need another option. What if he's tired? What if he gets an injury? Who's going to play next? Bruv, man said, roadman baller. What are you saying? Cage footballer. Bruv, you know them. Anyone from inner cities, especially in England, you know about cage football, man, with the basketball court up top and the football at the bottom. Pepe's probably balling out in that cage, twisting man up on his left foot, being nutmegs, bit hip swishing, you know, moving side to side like some Elvis Presley thing. But nah, man, Pepe in the Prem right now, man, Pepe is not it, man. I'm telling you, disrespecting Aubameyang is reactionary. Man, have to put respect on Aubameyang's name, man. That guy's a baller. I don't care. Still a great finisher. Still the best finisher at the club, in my opinion. Aubameyang is not finished. The guy has been outstanding in the last 2 years, but he is in poor form at the moment. 3 goals in 10 games, man. You can recover from that. It's not completely gone, is it? You know, and he's had a little injury as well. I still think Aubameyang will probably finish top scorer. I think Aubameyang will come back having seen the fan adulation turn something to prove. Of course, man, you know. Pepe is definitely a roadman baller, man. You know he is. You can see it. You know, he's playing like he's trying to nutmeg, man, not even trying to score. Big up M. Guna with a super chat. Thank you very much, bro. Real Captain said Pepe needs some hard food, man. That man's he's moving a bit weak and tentative, man. Pete lacks fire in his belly. Yo, that Pete nickname is a banger, man. I love that. Man like Pete, you know. Hip swishing, you know. I'm telling you, man. Watch every time Pepe gets the ball. He don't run at the player, right? He'll get the ball. He'll stop and just start moving hips like that. You know what I mean? That's all I see a man doing, bro. When's the last time you've seen Pepe drive at a fullback, running, step over, shift him up? Come on, man. You see Mahrez and Salah in that same position. What happens to fullbacks? They get ripped apart by the left footer on the right. Pepe don't do that, man. Pepe's going through the motions. Even Saka's on man's neck. He's trying to score. He's trying to rip you up. Martinelli, look at the way he was attacking the other day. Breath of fresh air seeing Martinelli, you know. That boy is special, man. I'm telling you. Aubameyang better start scoring goals. Oh, man, he's moving like Ozil, man. New contract and then downhill. Too much money, not enough hunger, you know. Omar, you know, man. Musa, you know. Bare hip swinging, man. Yeah, me. When's he going to start running up, man? Bro, do you know it as well, man? Street baller. They're man who turn up, you know, they're man who turn up with AstroTurfs and big thingy, man, big shin pads. I always say, never trust a man that warms up in shin pads. And never trust a man who wears shin pads with the ankle protection at the bottom. You don't do that no more. You know, a man like Thierry Henry and that, they made it too fashionable that you have that little shin pad and that's it. When a man warms up in shin pads, I worry, man. I stay away from them people there. You know what I mean? Them man are crazy, bro. If you warm up in shin pads, you're dangerous. You see a man with them big shin pads looking like cricket pads with the ankle thing as well. Them man worry me, man. I stay away from them people there. Them man are lunatics. I've never warmed up in shin pads in my entire footballing career. I'm telling you. It's not the one. I need that freedom on my leg, man. Jeez. Pepe should stay on the bench and watch how Saka and Martinelli play. The young bucks are doing more than him, man. You know? Give more game time for Bellerin. Listen, man, Bellerin could be on his way to Liverpool. That's the problem. That is the problem. The ankle thing is legendary in Sunday. You know it, man. Some guy on a Sunday league who's, probably been out drinking the night before, some big centre back, and he comes out with his big shin pads on, big long shin pads in the warm up, and he just big metal studs, some plain, Adidas World Cup boots, and he's just gonna crunch you on your ankle, bruv. Big up Forever Football with Franny Green. Everyone go and subscribe to my boy's channel as well. Ex-pro footballer, knows his stuff. Let's get his subscribers up as well. Said, can you remember Craig Dobson? I can, man. Little light-skinned brother. What was he? Beer tricks and that, innit? I remember I trained with him before, I think he was involved with Jamaica as well. Balogun is definitely going to Liverpool. Why wouldn't he? That's the thing, man. Curtis, do you rate Saka more than Pepe? 100%. Maybe his overall talent at this stage. Maybe Pepe's got more tricks, more skills and that, more flair and suave, but he ain't producing nothing, man. It don't matter how much talent you've got. It's about what you can produce. Some of the best. Look at what Sir Alex Ferguson says about Ravel Morrison. He said he's the best player he's ever coached, ever. More than Cristiano Ronaldo, he's saying, in terms of natural talent. Look how the guy's career went, because he didn't have the mentality. And this is what worries me about Pepe. Omri also made wearing gloves cool. We all knew if he was wearing gloves, you have to be a baller. Bro, do you know what? Omri made bare things cool. Every man used to pull up their socks over their knees, wear gloves. Do you know what? I even go back further, Anelka used to make the gloves cool as well, Anelka was one of my favourite strikers at Arsenal, That kid was special. He was special. Curtis, were you pro? I was, bro. I love them World Cup boots. Classic. You know what? World Cups were classic boots. I could never wear them. They were too narrow for me, man. World Cup boots were so narrow. They were top quality leather, though, man. World Cups and Copa Mundials. You scrub them up with the polish, man. Them boots would last you 10 years. These grown men now have probably had them since they were a kid. They were serious boots. Smith Rowe wore his socks down to his ankles, though. Yeah, he was on some Jack Grealish thing, man. The low socks. You gotta have big legs to do that, though, man. You see, man like me, bro. I got skinny legs, bro. I can't do them low socks. You know what I mean? What were your favorite boots? I tell you what, right? I had 3 favorite boots. My favorite boots were, I love the Nike Ronaldinho boots, right? The R10s, the ones with no tongue, though, right? They were the most comfortable boots ever. Just white with a plain tick. I think they had a gold tick. I love them. I love Vapors. I had the blue Vapors. I had the red ones. Do you remember when Henry scored against Inter Milan when we beat them 5-1? Henry had them red Vapors on. I had them. I loved them. I had the chrome ones as well. What R9 used to wear, because R9 was my favorite player ever. I love them Vapors as well. And I love the only Adidas boots I ever really liked was the Adidas Predator Accelerators. World Cup 98, David Beckham. Big, thick stripes. They are the best Adidas boots I have ever worn. Most of the time, I've worn Nike boots. But them Predators were legendary, man. Seriously, they were unreal. Would you say Anelka had more potential than Henry? I would, honestly. Young Anelka at Arsenal. Honestly, one of the best strikers I have ever seen as a teenager. Like, I bet Henry would even tell you that Anelka had more talent than him. Anelka became that player. Anelka was already that player. Henry became that player. Do you know what I mean? Go and watch that documentary as well. That Anelka documentary, man. Unbelievable. Mate, I need that Total 90 ball again. Bruv, the Total 90 Premier League ball. Jesus. What a ball that was. Copa Mundial's the best. They're a great boot, but as I said, bro, I couldn't get on with them. Too narrow for me. Yeah, bro, I watched that Anelka documentary, man. It's crazy, man. The guy's had so many different clubs. I didn't even realize he won the Champions League with Real Madrid. It's crazy. I think he should have had a way bigger career. He earned a lot of money, got a lot of moves, but he should have been one of the best in the world, man. Anelka was phenomenal. Total 90s, yeah, they were good, man. You could get so much power. Them Wayne Rooney days when Rooney was wearing total 90s, man. The power you could get in them boots. Jesus. Anelka got Ian Wright riding the pine. Dude was unreal. Do you know what I'm saying? Man got Wrighty out of there. You know, Wright even said it in an interview that Anelka was a problem. Curtis, I disagree. Pepe has done well for us. He is overcoached, second in goal contributions to Aubameyang. See, I like these type of comments because they spark debate. You know, I'm not one of these channels that if you disagree with me, I'm going to ignore your comments. See, second in goal contributions to Aubameyang still doesn't mean much to me because everybody is just falling way below the expectation level. But he still should be doing a lot more. You know, his attitude, I'm starting to get a bit annoyed with him. Someone just said it there as well. Curtis, Pepe smirking every time he loses the ball. You know, before I used to, now it's starting to annoy me a little bit. I'm like, what's he smiling at? You've just lost the ball again, bro. Start ripping man down, then smile. You know, score and then smile. Dear me. Inam said Riquelme, my favorite player, wore the best Adidas boots in 2006. You know what? I absolutely loved Riquelme as a player. Argentinian genius. I love it even more that he missed the penalty in the Champions League semi-final against Arsenal for Villarreal, you know, when Lehmann saved it. So, big up Riquelme. What a player. For some of you younger subscribers who haven't seen Riquelme, go and watch some of this guy, man. The guy is absolutely unbelievable. Daniel Baker said, Curtis, are you going to do a member stream one day? Bruv, I haven't even set up membership yet, so I can't do a member stream. Maybe in time. You know, as I always said, I didn't want to do memberships at the moment because I feel like if I'm going to start charging people, I've got to give you something more, you know. I've got to get different shows, get different people on. So at the moment, no memberships, man. I don't think you should be charged for a YouTube channel. Not now. Maybe in the future it changes when I've got more, you know, I can get more guests on and things like that. Did you rate Hadji? Hadji was a baller, bruv. Left foot, Romanian Don. Absolute baller. They don't make footballers like they used to, man. I remember when I was a kid, raving about all these players. My dad used to say, they don't make them. No, them footballers aren't what he used to see. He was talking about Pele and Maradona and Cruyff, Eusebio. I was going mad, you know. I was like, yo, man. Because to me, R9 is my favorite player ever, right? Ronaldinho, to me, is the most talented footballer I've ever seen. I don't think there's been a more talented footballer than Ronaldinho. Did he have the career he should have had? He still had a pretty good career. He won the Champions League. He won the World Cup. He won the Spanish League. So he didn't do bad. He didn't have the consistency that maybe, you know, Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi had. But, you know, them players there. Hadji was a joke, though. Absolute joke. Hadji was phenomenal. His partnership with Romario. Listen, as a young striker, right, I used to watch videos, not even YouTube videos. I'm talking VHS videos of Romario. One of the best finishers I have ever seen. Man used to toe poke it in sometimes. He was phenomenal. I always used to love Barcelona more than Real Madrid because they always had a Brazilian Don. They had Romario, then they had Ronaldo, then Ronaldinho and Rivaldo. You know, always had Brazilian Dons there. Big up Alexander Gomez with a super chat. He said, Liam Brady, the genius, asserts Tierney is a waste of money at 25 million. Your thoughts? He's gone crazy, bro. 25 million for Tierney is an absolute steal. Big up Rully says, respect Curtis for not charging over membership. Thank you, mate. I don't want to do that. Definitely not right now anyway. Rivaldo goes under the radar. How good was Rivaldo's left foot, man? That guy was phenomenal. I remember his bicycle against Man United. Just phenomenal. Hey, Captain, you know, Romario, toe poke. Come on, man. The man made the toe poke look good as well. A good little toe poke finish. Kaka. Woo! Remember him ripping up Man United as well. Some special players, man. Dwight York was my favourite striker. Big up Trinidad and Tobago. Believe it, I actually talked to Dwight York on Twitter a few times. I was trying to get him on the channel, actually. He did say he's going to come on at some stage. I'll probably try and get him on when Arsenal play Man United next. So, yeah, Dwight York was a special player, man. That York and Cole partnership was lethal, got to be honest. Big up George Cotter with a super chat. Thank you very much. He said, yesterday was a sad day. Walked into a local shop. It was going out of business, so everything was 60 to 80% off. Only Premier League kits left were Arsenal's. Teenagers laughed at them, joking how lucky we got. I said this before, bro. You know, they're going to lose a generation, Arsenal. It's no joke. Kids nowadays, they want to support the teams who are doing well. They don't want to support teams who are losing and, you know, people are laughing at you for supporting Arsenal. They don't want to support Arsenal. So they're in danger of losing a generation. Big up George with a super chat. Appreciate that. Inam said Crespo is one of the greatest proper killer. I used to love Crespo in Italy. It's a shame because he came to England and struggled, you know. Love you, Curtis. Jadon Sancho. Hey, Jadon, come and sign for Arsenal, man. Curtis, I think it's a no-brainer that we need signings this window. But the most important thing is getting rid of the deadwood. I hope Ozil, Luiz, Mustafi, Socrates all sign pre-contracts elsewhere. I hope so. And I agree. We need to get rid of a lot of these players, man. They're holding us back. Big up Ricky with a super chat. Thank you very much, bro. I appreciate your support as always. He says, big up C. Neto is quality, natural winger, but has the ability to play inside. Would definitely take him at Arsenal. He would definitely be an upgrade and give us much more power and options up front. I think everyone would take Neto after what we've seen recently. Podence as well. Pavel Nedved, you know what? I like him. Sick player. I've got a bit of a thing against him because I think he won European Player of the Year in a year that Henry should have won it. I'm sure it was. Could be wrong. But, you know, he denied Henry, so I was fuming. Bergkamp's goal against Argentina. Oh, mate, listen. 70-yard diag from Frank de Boer. Bergkamp, first touch, cuts inside, outside of the foot, top corner, bro. It's serious. It's serious. Bergkamp. You're just talking about genius levels when you talk about Bergkamp. Riquelme was a baller, man. The kids will bring in the young fans. Yeah, hopefully, you know, hopefully the likes of Smith Rowe and that will get the young kids to want to follow Arsenal again, and Martinelli and that. Saka. Isaac said, Curtis, what do you think about Calvert-Lewin to Arsenal? Do you know what? I like him. I like him. I really rate his improvement over the last year or so. Unbelievable in the year. Wins nearly every header. He would cost too much money. I think Calvert-Lewin would cost probably more than 50 million. He's an England international, and Everton are not short of cash. OO said, does YouTube take 50% of your super chats, Curtis? Might want to look into Patreon. A lot of people do Patreon. I don't know. I'll look at these things in the future, bro. Seriously, you know. Obviously, the channel, I've got to build it from all angles, you know. So I'll look into everything. But we'll see. Majestic T said, I love how your channel is building, bro. Brick by brick, hard work, dedication, and determination. That's it, man. Listen, to me, in anything in life, it's about the foundations. Build the foundations and build on top of it. It's like building a house, man. If the bottom of the house is weak, don't matter how good the top of the house looks, it's going to crumble. The main thing for me was to try and connect with the subscribers and put out what people like as decent content, and I feel like we're doing that, so let's keep moving, you know. But I appreciate all you guys' support. Roberto Carlos free kicks were mad. Big up Curtis is getting a backup goalkeeper in January as important as getting a creative midfielder. Totally agree with that, bruv. Listen, if Leno gets injured and we end up playing Renarsson in the Premier League, forget it, mate. The season's over, because Renarsson, to me, I don't even know if he's a championship level keeper. I'm not being disrespectful. He is poor. Tino Asprilla, man, geez, he used to do the cartwheel, and then, Tino was a good player, man, at Newcastle. LG92, big up, bro. He said, Curtis, have you seen Overmars wants Edu's job? To me, Edu's got this window to prove himself. You know, he's been talking smack. But this window, he's got to back up all the talk. You give it all that boom, messy talk. Back it up in January and get some proper players in. Zico said score prediction versus Brighton. I'm gonna give it 2-0. I'm gonna give it 2-0. No, I'm gonna go 2-1. You know, lightly, we always concede a goal somewhere. I'm going to go 2-1. I think we'll win, but it'll be difficult. You know, it's tricky. Totti was a great player. Adriano, yeah. Listen, Pro Evolution Soccer days, Adriano, best left foot around, mate. The new R9 they were calling him, man. It's a shame what happened to him. And as I said, I won't hide from these kind of comments. I like to address them. Big up Curtis Webb. He said, I took a break from the channel when I saw Arteta out videos, but I'm back until tomorrow, I guess. Listen, bro, listen. It's fair enough. I did do Arteta out videos, and that's how I felt. That's how I felt. I don't think I made those videos off emotion. If we'd lost 1 or 2 games and I did that, I'd say, nah, man, that's out of order. I felt like Arteta was at a point he should have been moved on. If we stick with him and he turns it around, I don't think that makes me a hypocrite. I just think he was at a point where I felt like his job should have been going. If we are this giant of a football club that we say we are, have Arsenal kept Arteta because they think he's this amazing manager? Or have they kept him because, you know what? It's easier to keep him than to sack him. It's cheaper to keep him. As I said before, we went through the figures, man. 2 years left on his deal, £6 million a year. That's 12 million. Okay, you don't get a full pay up usually when you leave. He would probably get 8, 9, 10 million. So let's say Arteta costs 9 million to sack. 5 or 6 staff at 200 grand a year, something like that. So you may be looking at another million, maybe 2 million, right, to get rid of. So you're at 11 million. If you go and get an Allegri at 10 million a season, plus the signing on fee, plus 5 or 6 staff, plus the transfer window, it's going to cost you maybe 100 million to bring in an Allegri with the transfer funds he's going to want as well. The club aren't about that life. Listen, I appreciate the fact you're back. If Arteta does his job, no more Arteta out videos. If Arteta starts flopping again, bro, you might not want to be on the channel, man, because that could turn into a Netflix series. Do you know what I mean? So, listen, let's hope we win games, man. Listen, I want Arsenal to win. I hope Arteta turns it around, and I hope Arsenal have stability at the club. Tony Yeboah, my fellow Ghanaian, geez, them volleys, man, crossbarring in. He was famous at Leeds United. Holla Donkey, Curtis, you're right. It's a results-based business, of course, man. We can't say we're a giant and move like a small fish. We're meant to be a big team. What's your preferred lineup? Same team, bro. Same team. And the funny thing is, no, do you know what? I'm going to be honest. I've just thought about this. There's one player from that performance against Chelsea who I think is droppable. And I think that is El Neni. I thought El Neni was poor in that game. I think he was our worst player in that game. So I think El Neni could be dropped, but I don't think they will drop him. You know, I would have liked, obviously, Partey to come back in for him. But I think he'll pick exactly the same team. Yeah, we touched on this earlier, bro. Obviously, Gabriel tested positive for COVID-19. He will miss the next 2 Arsenal games. Get well soon. Obviously, Robbie as well. Robbie Lyle, AFTV, has also tested positive for COVID-19. So get well soon, Robbie. I've spoke to him today. And, apparently he is feeling better. So hopefully he'll be back soon. Obviously, he's still making shows from home. Keep Aubameyang on the bench. People are saying Bellerin or El Neni for Ainsley. I think I don't see him coming back in. I thought El Neni was the one player that was poor, but I would leave him in the team. Can't change a winning team, brother. Yeah, I think in this situation, we've been searching for the right team for a victory for so long. To me, you do not change that team. Yeah, Ryan, I didn't hear about this, but yeah, a few people have said DT tested positive as well. Listen, if that is the case, then as I said earlier, get well soon to DT as well. Ceballos for El Neni. I think that would be possible, but I don't think he will do that. El Neni was holding Curtis too harsh, but brother, he was holding the ball too long and passing backwards and sideways, bro. That's what he was holding. Aubameyang is a luxury player now, bro. Come on. We need to cool off, man. Aubameyang, bruv. Let's not forget what this guy's done for the football club, man. This guy carried us on his back last season. He was the main reason we won the FA Cup. So I'm not one for turning my back on Aubameyang that quickly, man. If he was bad all season, I'll start asking questions. Lacazette for Aubameyang, I thought Lacazette was fantastic the other day. I got to be honest. I made him man of the match. I would not drop him. I think he's got every right to start. Curtis, have you got the new kit? Listen, do you know what? I let myself down. I said at the start of the season, I wasn't buying any of the kits. Right, I said that's enough. 3 kits a season. They went up to like £65 each as well, man. It's ridiculous the amount of money they're charging. So I looked at it like, you know what? I'm not buying any of the kits. We beat Fulham 3-0. I got all excited. That was on the back of the FA Cup, the Community Shield. I went out the next day. I bought the home kit and the away kit. We then go on this terrible run, and I'm like, oh, what are you doing? And then just before Christmas, I even bought the blue kit because I saw the blue kit in the shop and I thought, do you know what? I think I like that kit more than the away kit. So then I thought, well, I've bought 2 kits and I haven't actually got the one that I really want. So I bought that as well. So I bought all 3 kits. So when I'm saying, you know, let's stop buying merchandise and make it hard for Stan Kroenke, I've fallen into the trap, unfortunately. I've fallen straight into the trap, bought all 3 kits. So in that sense, I've let us all down. you know, I've fallen into the fashion club thing, man, you know. The one thing we've been great at this year is kits. £79 for the new retro badge shirt. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how much they're charging. Blue kit is banging. Yeah, I like it, man. Do you know what? I didn't see it in a shop for ages. Every time I went in a shop, that kit was sold out everywhere. When I saw it, I was like, raw, I like this, you know. So, yeah, I got caught out, man. Luxury, strong words. Effing love this channel. I'm glad you love it, bro. Yeah, bro, I'll be honest, man. You know, what is it? Hugh Wizzy says fraud gang, innit? You know, fraudulent consumer. You know, I let myself down in that sense, man. Seriously. But listen, any Kroenke out movements, I'm there, bro. I'm telling you, I won't stand down on that. Unless Kroenke steps up to the mark, man, but I doubt it very much. Big up yourself. At least you're honest with it. And they already have the money before the kit's even sold. And I say this to people a lot. You know, I don't think Arsenal actually make that much money from shirt sales. I think the majority of the money is already paid. You let yourself down there. I know, bro. I know. I went a bit mad. What do you do, man? Denzel said he can get kits, man. Maybe that's the better way to go. Bruv, I know. Let myself down. Bruv, all these other training kits that are out now, I won't go anywhere near them. You know, they're getting out of hand, and some of them I like as well. You know, I like that, what is it, the poppy one? The black and red. Obviously, the new kit they've re-released as well. I like that. The old kit, re-released. You know, that's banging as well. I'm at the point now, I honestly, and I say this all the time, I'm at the point now, I think I'm just going to buy old kits. You know, I've actually got a few old kits still as well, like the night kits. You know, all these new kits. And then look, if you wear a kit from last season, people will look at that kit and say, oh, that's last season's kit. You're basically wearing out-of-date bread. You know what I mean? You're wearing moldy bread. But if you wear a kit from 10 years ago, it's retro. So that lasts for a lifetime. So I think I'm at the point now, man. I'm not even trying to buy these kits no more, man. It's too expensive. You know, £65, £70. If you want the actual kit that I think is like the match worn one, they're £100. Absolutely ridiculous, man. So they're just ripping people off, man. This is coming, bro. I know I said this about 2 weeks ago. I've spoken to you, Wizzy. We're going to get it sorted, hopefully, in the next couple of weeks. So look out for that. I don't know if it'll be on his channel or mine, but that's going to happen, 100%. We've spoke, and that's going to happen. Me and Hugh Wizzy collaboration. Jonathan Gilchrist says, big up yourself, Curtis. Congratulations on 20K. Big up, bro. As I say, it's the support of you guys that makes it happen. You know, all I can do is put the content out. So I really appreciate your support. Lenny said, Curtis is the best Arsenal streamer, in my opinion. Thank you very much. There are a lot of other good ones out there as well, man. But I appreciate the compliment. Your thoughts on Brandt? Julian Brandt, listen, I would take him. I do like him. I think for 25 million, we've got to take a chance on someone. We can't afford to go and buy the best player in every position. I think that our deal's looking more and more unlikely, and I think that players like Isco and that, I think Arsenal may stay clear of them, even though I do like Isco. Daniel Baker said, "You're too real, Curtis. You are one of the few channels that your energy just seems 100, not like other channels with agendas." No agendas, bro. No agendas. I just say it as it is, man. As I see it. Root Core says, "Wear the old shirts. Don't buy any more new Adidas." Bro, honestly, I'm not. I looked at it. I look at the free shirts. Last season, Adidas came into play. I was so happy. I didn't want Puma no more. We went to Adidas. Last season, we bought out 3, I would say, elite level kits last season. Like the yellow throwback bruised banana one, the dark blue, and the home red one. I bought all 3 of them. Don't wear any of them no more. Don't wear any of them. Because when I wear them, I feel like, I'm wearing last season's kit. What's the point? They were £65 each. So you're looking at £195 and they're just in the cupboard, not going to be worn. So it's like, and then you do the same this year. So I'm done with that. I'm telling you, I'm done with it. And, quote me on this. If I turn up next season in a shirt, I've let myself down. But I'm going to buy the old stuff, man. I like the night kits and that better anyway. I've got some of the old ones. Harry Gillingham, thank you for the super chat, bro. He said, "Do you want Tuchel? He's a Thomas Tuchel? How do you pronounce his name?" He said, "He's a quality manager with experience, with top players. He would suit the Arsenal mold of younger players and bring in PSG players." I'm not the biggest fan of him. I gotta be honest. I thought he did okay at Dortmund. At PSG, I suppose he did well. He got to the Champions League final. Well, I don't know. Man. I don't know. I think I'd rather wait and try and get someone even better. Apparently, he is a very good coach, though. I have to admit, people compliment him for his coaching. Even Mbappe was bigging him up. I noticed Neymar never said anything about him. So maybe he didn't like him. The O2 Nike Burgundy kit was the one. I've got that as well. So, yeah, I think you're going to see me in throwback kits, bro. None of this new stuff, man. Majestic T said, "Curtis, this channel is so stripped back and genuine, man. That's why I subscribed. I know a real one when I see them. Keep up the good work, bro. Let's get you to 25K and keep pushing." Thank you very much, bro. Really appreciate that, It means a lot. You got my brother Broad still tuned in. He said, "Get those O2 kits, bro. Wave it, bruv. O2, JVC, we got to strip it back, man. Stop all this Fly Emirates business, man. We haven't really done anything since we've been in Fly Emirates. Couple FA Cups and that's it, man. I'm taking it back. I'm done with all this. We're just being ripped off out here." Curtis, who you think playmaker we need by Awa or anyone else? Good morning from Malaysia. Good morning to all the people tuning in from Malaysia. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are in the world. As I said, I think Brandt would be good as well. I like Sabitzer as well. I don't know if he is necessarily a creative player, but he's a good player. Obviously, Buendia would be an option as well. But he kind of plays off the left-hand side more than centrally. But I think Julian Brandt at 25 million would be a decent suggestion. The 95 JVC kits, bruv, they're so wavy, bruv. I love them JVC kits, man. I had a JVC kit with Ian Wright on the back and I lost it, man. Gutted about that. Like and subscribe, bro, to 30,000. Yeah, bro. And as I said, everyone, go and subscribe to my brother Broads TV. Let's get him to 1,000. And then we move from there, man. He's putting in the groundwork as well on his channel. Daniel says, "Morning from Australia." Good morning. Let me know where you are in the world right now. Big up from Bosnia. Big up, bro. What's your thoughts on Said Kolasinac? Is he rated in Bosnia? Obviously, Dzeko, I think, is the star player. And Pjanic. Hi, Curtis. This might be off topic, but Smith Rowe moves like Ozil. He's definitely the underrated gem in our club. It's about time we got him involved, man. I'm telling you. Big up Curtis from Kenya. Big up, bro. What about Traore from Aston Villa? Nah, I'm not too sure about him. Let's get Messi on a free, bro. We'd have to sell the stadium, 1999 Dreamcast. Yeah, the Dreamcast days, man. I ain't brought a kit in 8 years because we have been. I don't blame you, man. Big up Curtis from Bermuda, sunny Bermuda. Well, is it sunny there now? Oz is in North London. Local bro, Christopher Ward in Australia. Brandon AFC Fan TV said, Curtis, do you see us buying in January? Because I just can't see it happening. We normally turn into loan FC. Kroenke, sell Arsenal. Please sell Arsenal, man. Nyron said, big up from Antigua in the Caribbean. I was in Antigua a few years ago, man. Beautiful place, man. Lovely island. I flew from Dominica to Antigua, and fantastic place. Demi in Edinburgh, Scotland. Big up. I've been to Glasgow, not Edinburgh, actually, but I hear Edinburgh is very nice. Jamal from Lebanon. Big up, bro. We got Value from Senegal. Mane gang. Yo, get Mane to come to Arsenal, man, please. Original T, South London. Big up, bro. Samuel Reed. Curtis, what's your dream transfer? January transfer window. It's coming up fast. Good afternoon from Oakland, California. What's the ideal window? I would like to see a creative midfielder come in. I would love to see a defender come in, maybe a centre-back, but I can't see that happening if I'm honest. I'm greedy. I would love to see Zaha. Imagine if we got Zaha for like 40 mil. You get like a Buendia for 20 mil or an Isco on loan, and then maybe get a defender as well. That shouldn't be impossible, but it's Arsenal. That ain't going to happen. Greetings from Germany. What would you do with Saliba come January? I would get him involved, but they won't. They're going to loan him. We'll do a show with Lee. Will you do a show with Lee Judges? Lee's coming back on soon. I spoke to him not yesterday, day before. Yeah, bro, Franny, Broads, my people, man. So yeah, big up Broads on the sub. I'll drop you a message. Yeah, man. Big up Hertfordshire. Yes, Alvin. Big up, bro. And Lewis says hello from Chicago, USA. Kareem in Wembley, local as well, bro. And let's see what else. Birmingham in the building. Yes, TY. I spent a lot of time in Birmingham being a Nottingham lad. I was in Birmingham a lot in my Kidderminster Harriers days. Ill Mind of Callum. Big up for the super chat. He said, January window. Buendia, register Saliba and Lamptey. I mean, that would be a great window. And that shouldn't be difficult, man. Bit late tonight. Big up Curtis. Check your wiki. World Cup story 2015. Interesting times. Maybe I'll do a video one day about my own playing career. Big up everyone for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I'm going to go and get some dinner now. It was nice doing one in the evening. I might mix it up and do some. Usually I do 2 p.m. in the day. I did an evening one tonight because I was very busy. I will be back tomorrow, 5:30 with the watch along. Brighton against Arsenal, 6 p.m. kickoff. I'll be live from 5 p.m. I might come on at 2 p.m. if I can get a guest on tomorrow and just do a quick one in the build-up to the game. Thank you all for tuning in. Brilliant as always. Fantastic comments. And I really appreciate all your support getting me past 20K. Let me know in the comments what you think about the green screen. Does it work for you? As I said, trial and error. I will be back tomorrow 5:30, possibly at 2 o'clock as well. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bless.